Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Aquarius, for your meditative session, it was odd because I started to get the deck of the Divine Feminine in my head, and then all of a sudden it showed me Mulan, which she's not in the Divine Feminine deck. So I had to kind of come up with what I thought like Mulan was trying to tell you, basically, like as the Divine Feminine, like what was she trying to tell you? Which is difficult when, you know, there's not a lot of historical information on her. And even online, it kind of is like the same information. Every single website is like the same exact information over and over and over and over again. It's like they don't really know a lot about her, and that's just it. I feel like Disney was actually pretty accurate in the fact that it was about someone who left home, right? It was about someone who left home. And I feel like the real message, Aquarius, that I could get from Mulan, like the biggest thing that stuck out for me was the fact that she left home, right? And there's a lot about tradition in Mulan, about her coming back, and it's unknown if she came back and pretended to like continue being a man, or if she came back and like killed herself because she didn't want to live as a woman. It's like very unclear. Everything is very mysterious, right? It's like we don't really know a lot. But what the main thing that I was getting was that she does leave her family, and that's when things start for her, right? In her life, when she leaves her family, when she leaves her home. And even at home, like in the Disney movie, let's remember, like she's singing and she doesn't really belong in her home, and she wants to kind of help out, but she doesn't know how she can help out. So something kind of comes up and she's like, okay, I'm going to be the one to do this for my family, and it involves her leaving. And I just feel like there's something about you having to leave right now. Like your adventure starts when you leave, right? Your adventure starts when you leave your house, in a sense, or when you leave the safety of it's not even safety, it's more of a confinement, which is interesting, right? Because you can say the safety of your home, or you can say the confinement of your home. Because I feel like Mulan, she wasn't really able to be free until she left home, and then she was more herself, right? Even though she was dressing up to be a man, I feel like she was her true self. Whereas at home, when she acted like herself, it didn't work out for her, right? Like she was really interesting in the way she like fed the animals in the beginning of the movie, right? She had all these inventions and shit, which showed that she was really smart. And sometimes like the inventions were made for her to kind of take a shortcut, right? So she was busy in the morning, she didn't want to feed the chickens, so she got the dog to do it, right, with the bone, and she put the bone on top of the dog's head, and he's like running around, right? And he's the one feeding the chickens. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, I think maybe where you are right now, does not really give you it does not allow you to be yourself. And being yourself kind of is a problem where you are. And the thing is that I don't think it's you who's the problem, right? Like Mulan was not the problem. It was where she was. It seemed where she lived was very traditional. So maybe where you live is very traditional. And maybe what you want to do is very untraditional. Maybe the things that you come up with, you know, are just different from what your family wants you to do. And maybe, again, I'm getting this very old school vibe. So it's like maybe you live in a very old school type vibe, you know, house where things are, and think about like Mulan, right? Where, again, it's not appreciated what she does. It's always just, why can't you be like everyone else kind of thing. And I think Aquarius, that's the message for you guys in this reading. It's not to be afraid to be yourself, even though maybe where you live, being yourself is not appreciated. I feel like once you leave wherever your environment is right now. So again, maybe you're dorming somewhere. Maybe you are living abroad somewhere. Maybe you're home. Maybe wherever you are right now is confining you. And I feel like the best is yet to come for you, Aquarius. So I think the best thing to do is to find an environment where you can be yourself, and yourself is appreciated, right? Your attributes are appreciated, and people are like, wow, wouldn't, like, you know, Mulan ends up saving people, right? Because she thinks of something that nobody can think of. Do you know what I'm saying? She's kind of ingenious, and where she is, again, they don't appreciate that. But when she comes home, you know, there's nothing known about when she comes back home. So I just feel like the real message is to leave and to like have your own life, because I feel like somewhere else you're going to be appreciated more. So wherever you are right now, I feel like the message is to leave. But let's pull some more cards, Aquarius. So Aquarius, this reading feels like there's someone else involved. The general message though for you, Aquarius, if you don't have another person involved, you know, you're not in a relationship, you're not thinking of anyone else, this is just you, then I feel like, again, the last card that came out is someone who's leaving. Right, so the main message of this will be leave, right? Leave where you are. And I think the advice is that you're not supposed to leave as a sage, you're supposed to leave as a Page of Wands. What do I mean by that? You're not meant to leave with, I think a lot of people wait to do something until they know, right? It's like, oh, I know, I have enough money to do this, and I have enough money to do that, and I have enough saved, and I have, you know, a plan, and, you know, I know all of this. And like, a sage is someone who has already experienced so many things, but they're telling you to leave in the energy of a Page of Wands, which is someone who's very young and someone who might be a little immature, but someone who is ready for an adventure, right? It's someone who's ready to take on whatever comes. And again, they don't have any experience, they don't have any knowledge about where they're going, they don't have a really good plan, but they have the right energy and the right mindset, which is kind of, if I'm gonna go out, I'm just gonna go out and live my life, right? I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live it, and no one's really gonna stop me. And that's the energy they want you to go in. They don't want you to wait until you're older, until you know more and you have, you know, more savings, and you're, you know, you have a career. It's kind of like the advice is to go now, right? Because they're coming, this is how the cards came out. And I see here, it's gonna be a lot of work. It will be the work. Like, I feel like you don't want to hear that, but it's going to be a lot of work. Like, leaving is going to be work. Wherever you're going, it's not like you're going to relax, you're going to work. But you're going to go somewhere where there are a lot of options for you. And I think you've known this deep down that you need to leave, right? You need to go somewhere else. And I think once you do leave, it ends up having, you know, there's some sort of resolution, right? Whether it's mentally or physically or both, right? But there's resolution once you leave. Again, don't wait till you're older. Don't wait until you have more money. Don't wait until you have a career. Don't wait until you have a house. You're just meant to go now. And I think that a lot of us wait till do things, right? We're like, oh, well, it's better to put myself, I mean, I do this myself. It's like, it's better to put myself in a better position, so why would I like set myself up to fail? You know, like, I don't want to have a chance of failing, so I'll wait longer and longer and longer. But the energy isn't that. The energy is to go now. The energy is to do it in a different way, which is a different way than I think you're accustomed to, because I feel like you're more like me, and you're more, I'm going to do it when it's right, and I'm going to do it the right way if I'm going to do it, and it has to be kind of like this. And it's more of a perfectionist, you know, all these expectations have to be met before I leave, but they're telling you not be like that. They're just telling you that it's better to go, right? As a novice, it's better to go as someone who doesn't, you know, you're a page, right? But yeah, that this will create resolution for you. It will create options for you as well. And it will be work where you're going. Again, you're going somewhere that you're meant to do something big, right? Like, Mulan leaves to go to the army, and she's there for like 12 years. That's what they thought, you know, anyway. And what they could find about her, that she was gone for a really long time. And, you know, she accomplished a lot joining the army. Like, she did a lot of things for the army. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with this Aquarius. Now, for those of you who are kind of, yeah, because you have this new opportunity, Aquarius, you have this new opportunity, and I see that it will lead to some sort of financial stability, right? Because we have the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, it's not only a new beginning, but it's a new beginning in like what you're about to gain, right? And I also think it's a 3D gain, right? So it might not necessarily be like you're making a lot of money. You might be making some money, but you're not going to make, maybe not like that much, you know? It's not about how much you're making though. It's about what you're creating on the 3D, right? Like, this is my 3D card, right? The Pentacle, it's like, it's something substantial, something you can hold on to. So whether that be, you know, finding an apartment, whether that be, you know, a new relationship, there is some sort of gain on the 3D once you leave, and the wheel is here, right? So yeah, and I see it being abundant for you. I see it being abundant for you. And again, I feel like you want to leave in an energy of someone who is very, you see how they're preparing and they're planning, right? And I think that the energy is more to, yes, plan a little bit, but don't wait too long. Stop, you know, don't make excuses for why you're not leaving, right? You're not meant to leave in old age, right? The sage is someone who's older, right? And you're not meant to leave like this. You're meant to leave like this, right? As a page, a child. It's really important that you know that. Anyway, for some of you guys, there is a romance tied into this. So this is like where we're going to branch off, because I feel like if this is your reading, I mean, if this was resonating with you, then I'm happy. And now I feel like when we're adding another person into this, we have the King and the Queen of Wands. So you can skip to the advice if you're not really involved with anyone. But yeah, for someone who's involved with someone else, right? How does this all tie in together? What's so weird here, Aquarius, is that with the Queen of Wands, we have this energy of someone who I feel, it's very interesting. We have someone here who I think was not in the best of energy in the past, right? This Queen of Wands is surrounded, she's in reverse, first of all, and then she has the Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like a lot of lies and deception around this Queen, and I feel like it was her. You know, I actually feel like the Queen could have been, you know, a little shady, a little bit in shadow, right, at one point. And I think that it took them a while to realize that they were like this, right? That they were living kind of in a shadow aspect of themselves where they weren't being themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were in their shadow, which means they were just doing things, I feel like they were reacting, right? And they weren't connecting. And I think they kind of probably hurt people on the way, right? Along the journey, they hurt people, and it only hurt themselves, right? Like, I think this person has learned the lesson, because with this Four of Swords, I'm just getting that they learned the lesson, right? Because it ended up, it's like they played themselves, right? They played themselves into a corner, right? It's like they lied, and the person found out they were lying, and then they're like, you know what, you lied, and I don't want to be with you anymore, and that's it. You know what I mean? And it's like they hurt themselves. But I think that this was important for this Queen of Wands, because this person needed to learn this lesson, right? So it's kind of like she betrayed herself when she betrayed someone else, and she didn't understand that until now, right? This Queen of Wands. And I think that there has been a lot of growth on this Queen's part with the wheel here underneath her. And I think she's finally free of that shadow, right? That's what I'm getting with this. It's like someone who's free of that shadow. And I think that this person is now, I think this person has, I don't know if this is you, Aquarius, or the person you're connected to, but I think that this person has, you know, they've grown, so they want to, and even here, it shows that they have grown, right? There's abundance around them. I feel like they have come back to their soul. They've come back into union with their soul, and they're coming up here upright with the King of Wands. So again, after this person has gone into hermit mode, I feel like now they're coming up upright. But the interesting is that they're coming up with the King of Wands and the Star. So I feel like, again, maybe this person has, this is what I'm getting with this reading. It's like this person has done something that they regret doing, but they learned from that. They learned from that, right? They learned from that. Like, even here, they learned, right? They learned what happened in the situation with this person. Like, they learned about their shadow, right? That's what I'm getting with this card. It's like they learned about their own shadow. And I feel like now they're truly in a position of, you know, being abundant. And it kind of was like maybe karma came back to bite them in the ass, but they learned and they freed themselves from their ego and their like shadow. And now, you know, they're kind of wishing for someone else. And I feel like it's their partner, right? It's their true partner. It's their divine partner. It's their counterpart, right? With the Two of Cups. Maybe the person that they did this to was their counterpart. And, you know, that's what hurts. That's what was able to kind of break the curse. It kind of feels like it had to be someone really important to show them what they did, right? Because it's like they could have hurt other people in the past, but it never really taught them the lesson, right? Because these other people never mattered, or they weren't really, I mean, it's unfortunate to say that, but I feel like the only person that could have broken this kind of curse or this like ego or shadow of this person was this divine counterpart. Like, it had to be the King of Wands. If it was the Queen of Wands being shady, I mean, pick your energy. It could have been like vice versa. But I just feel like it was the Queen of Wands who might have done something shady in the past. And now it was only through working with a soulmate that they're able to connect back to themselves. And now they kind of see what happened here and they're upset. But they have gained the wisdom and the knowledge that they needed to kind of move past this karma, right? Like, they have turned the cycle by changing themselves. And I feel like they're wondering where their counterpart is, you know? They're like wondering, you know, yeah, I messed up in the past, but like, does that mean that like I never get anyone ever again? Do you know what I'm saying? Does that mean I never get to have love again in my life. I think they're wondering, it's like, or would this person ever forgive me, for what I did to them? But yeah, someone is back to like who it was that they were meant to be, but someone saw their shadow, right? And they hurt someone. And I don't know if that person's going to ever forgive them. I mean, maybe that's what they want. But I feel like they know that, like, if this person were to take them back, it's been a lot of work. Like, they want this person to know that it was a lot of work to get back to this, right? To take away the shadow. It was a lot of work. But yeah, I'm getting like somebody here. This King, Queen of Wands story is just crazy. There's a lot of betrayal and hurt here and pain, but someone did learn. And I think that's what, I feel like someone wants to know that, or somebody should know that this person did learn their lesson. They did figure shit out. They did, free themselves from that deceit and that deception that was a part of them. And I feel like they are really sorry. They're sorry, and they did learn. And I still think that they care about this person, with the star card here. It just feels like they care still about them, Could be you, Aquarius, that like, this is not you, but this is the person you're connected to. But yeah, someone still cares about you. Someone still loves you. It's just the fact that they weren't in the best of places and they're sorry. But with the wheel here, I really do feel like they have changed. And maybe, yeah, like you've granted them a new opportunity in their life, and they're like going to be ultimately very great. They're ultimately so grateful for the experience they had with you. They just didn't mean to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? They're upset that this is the way they had to learn the lesson, but ultimately they're happy that they're like connected to their soul again. So you like did this person a really big favor. Because now they're sitting here upright, right? It kind of looks like they're here twice. And they're very stable. I don't know if you're, what's crazy is that like what's at the bottom of the deck? Soulmates, the marriage card, like a higher level of commitment card, and the Ace of Cups. So for both of you, I see like, since you guys have learned and you're on a new cycle, right, with this wheel, I think that both of you are going to come into contact with maybe a new soulmate, or maybe it's each other, to be honest. We have the energy here with all these like love cards at the bottom of the deck. So it's just interesting to me, like what's going to happen with you guys. I don't know if someone will forgive someone else and take them back, or if, these two people are meant to meet new people. But yeah, that's the storyline behind, like, that's what this love is that I'm getting, this love story. But yeah, the wheel has turned and this person has learned and they are sorry. And maybe, yeah, like they want a new opportunity because they're different now. But I don't know if that's something that you're ready to accept, Aquarius. Yeah, I see like even if you wanted to pick this person, you don't know. Right? You don't know who's going to come at you, like the person they were, or like who they are now. And I don't know if you're really down to like, go through that again with this person. But yeah, I do see resolution or some sort of closure in the cycle with the two of you. So I feel like I don't see any cards of communication though. That's interesting. Like I don't see anyone communicating. I just feel like this is all things that like maybe but you haven't communicated yet to one another. I feel like there's an energy between the two of you where you kind of already know. Like, that this person has done work on themselves. If you're the person connected to the Queen of Wands, like they're not the same anymore. And maybe you still think of them as your star, but they hurt you. So you're just like not ready not ready to take them back, or never wanting to take them back. But still, you have a deep love for them. I don't know. This is like a weird energy here. But yeah, I see a lot of beautiful energy and I see pain in the relationship, but I see was all like for the good, right? Let's pull some advice, Aquarius. I feel like there's two messages here. With Stag Spirit, Take the Lead, number 58. I think this is for the person in the beginning of the reading who's like off and who's meant to leave. I think they're trying to let you know that you're going to find fulfillment elsewhere and you are protected. And again, even though you're going as a novice, you are protected, right? It's like take the lead and you're protected. You're going to find wish fulfillment when you leave, right? That's what I'm getting for that pile. Like for the, I mean, that those people who related to the beginning where it's like they need to kind of leave, right? It's just to set out and to not really worry about so much the planning, but just to take off, right? Like take the lead. Like when I get take the lead, it's to take the initiative and go, right? And then you're protected. So I feel like what you desire again is at the other end of where you're going. For the people who related to the romantic part of this reading, right? Because there seemed to have been this like love story involved in the end of this read. And for those who are resonating with that, I feel like someone might be making some sort of approach, right? I do feel like someone wants a new opportunity. Someone believes the other person is their star. I think, yes, there was like a mistake here. Someone messed up. Someone could have done something stupid, but I do feel, yeah, like the Three of Swords is here. I see that, but I still feel like someone might try to take the chance and try to, you know, again, take the lead, take the initiative into going towards their wish fulfillment. And I feel, for some of you, I feel like you don't want anything to do with this person, right? And you want to be protected from this person. Like they hurt you, you don't want to be around them. But for others of you, and for those who want to be protected from this person, I feel like you are. Like if you don't want anything to do with this person, then you don't have to, right? Like it's really your choice. But I feel like for some of you who do feel like this person, you still care about this person, you still want to be with this person is your wish fulfillment, even though they, you know, did something shady to you in the past. I feel like what they're trying to say is, I think the person approaching has changed with the wheel, right? I think they have done work on themselves. I think they have changed. And I think that you're kind of worried about that. That's what you want to know, if this person has changed. Like maybe you're going to approach them and just ask them, like, and see how they are and see what they're doing. And if you see like they've changed, you're kind of ready to start again with this person. So for everybody it's different, but I feel like someone is going to take the initiative to come back around. And I feel like, again, for those of you who don't want anything to do with this person, you're protected. But for those of you who do, you're going to have no problem deciphering if this person is trustworthy or not, right? It's like you want to make sure this person is not in the same energy. With the reading, it seems like they're not, like they have changed, that they are different, that they have grown. But that's something that you want to see, right? You want to see that for yourself, right? Because you do consider them wish fulfillment, but again, I feel like you don't trust them. So that's what this is about. It's like you have the opportunity, Aquarius, to really do whatever you want in the situation. And if you want to stay away from them, you can. And if you want to just test them and see how they're doing, you know, just hit them up and see where they're at, then you can do that too. But I feel like if you're looking for the answer of like they've changed and they've done some work on themselves, they have. And this could be a new opportunity for you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, Aquarius. I hope that this reading resonates. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.